For centuries, humans have been growing alongside our botanical brethren. Our histories have mixed and mingled to bring us modern medical marvels, faded folklore, and everything in between. Of course, in order to understand the plant, we have to start with its roots. I'm M. Grebner-Gaddis, and this is Rooted. Hello, and welcome back to another week of Rooted. This week, I'm actually out gallivanting through a swamp, so I wanted to change it up a little bit, and I selected a plant that creeps me out to my very core. Truly one of the most revolting berries I have ever seen, doll's eye. More commonly known as white baneberry. White baneberry, or Aceite pachypoda, is native to North America, where it can commonly be found lurking in ditches, growing wildly in forests, and just generally hanging out anywhere with partial shade, rich, well-draining soil, and plenty of water. It's mostly spread by birds eating it and then pooping it out, so honestly, it's not too picky. It's another member of the buttercup family, with famous family members like bulbous buttercup, larkspur, and hellebore. They're easily identified by their bright white berries with a black pupil-like spot that develops at maturity. They spring forth out of deep red stems that honestly kind of look like eyeball stalks. If I didn't know any better, I would think they were straight out of a Tim Burton movie. They have a roughly 3 foot by 3 foot spread, and they have deep green leaves. As far as perennial bushes go, these guys are pretty hardy, and they do have really pretty white flowers that smell kind of like roses, so there are actually some nurseries out there that do sell them. If I ever live my dreams of having a creepy goth garden filled with poisonous plants, you can rest assured knowing that there will be at least a few of these guys haunting my landscape. If the whole looks like an eyeball thing wasn't already weird, Baneberry is primarily pollinated by weevils. Yes, the disgusting invasive little beetles from Europe also play an important part in spreading these bothersome berries all over the place. Sometimes baneberries are also called cohosh, but this plant is not to be confused with black cohosh, which is an herbal ally often called on to support some estrogen-related conditions and ailments. But we'll talk about that plant another time. In indigenous and early homeopathic medicine, baneberry was used to ease pain in childbirth, premenstrual cramps, colds, and to support the circulatory system. I even found some sources claiming that it was used to treat rattlesnake bites and poison arrows, but I honestly couldn't find a ton of research to back that up. That being said, today there are much safer ways to treat most of these common ailments, so please do not try making a creepy doll-eye tea. As if paralyzing you with fear wasn't enough, these guys can actually literally paralyze you. Eating just 6 berries is enough to kill an adult human, and they get to work awfully quickly. The active chemical in baneberry, renoculin, is converted to proaminonin, a cardiogenic that attacks the heart and nervous system, preventing it from beating and eventually killing you. The good news here is that the berries taste awful, so there haven't been any recorded deaths from eating them, as most people, children especially, stop and spit it out after just one super bitter bite. That said, there are plenty of birds and other critters that love these and rely on them as a source of nutrients over the course of winter, so they aren't all bad, just a bit of an eyesore. Next time you see one of these, take a second to really look at it. Maybe even enter into a staring contest you know you'll never win. And say hello, if you dare, but don't kiss it on its creepy little head. That's too far, even for me. Until next time, be kind to yourselves, be kind to the earth, and just like a plant, drink your water. If you liked the show, please subscribe and consider leaving us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else you listen. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at rooted.pod. We're finally updating regularly on YouTube at rooted.podcast, and you can check out our website, rootedpod.com, for transcripts, updates, merch, and so much more. The show is written, produced, and hosted by me. I'm Grebner Gaddis, edited by Kat Friend of Friend Diagram, and our theme music was written and produced by Eric Cluxon. Rooted is a Henbane Media LLC production.